UFC Fight Night, Albazi vs. Taira, Numerology, and Prediction Breakdown. The flyweight division gets a dose of elite technique and rising star tension at UFC Fight Night on August 2nd, 2025, as Iraq's gritty finisher Amir Albazi clashes with Japan's prodigy Tatsuro Taira. With title implications looming, both men bring elite grappling and composure to the table, but only one will walk away with momentum and mystique intact. And on a universal day one, it's all about initiation, leadership, and stepping into the spotlight. Amir Albazi, 17-2, the Prince. Born on October 27th and fighting out of Baghdad by way of London, Amir the Prince Albazi stands 5 feet 5 inches with a 68-inch reach, a well-rounded grappler with fast hands, sharp fight IQ, and submission precision who's earned a reputation for composure under fire. Strengths: slick grappling transitions and dangerous back takes. High fight IQ with patient shot selection. Excellent positional control and scrambling ability. Calm demeanor and ability to win close rounds. Weaknesses: has faced relatively fewer top-tier opponents. Lacks consistent volume striking. Can sometimes be too conservative with output. Numerology edge: Albazi walks in with a destiny number 5, the number of adaptability, fluidity, and calculated risk. On a universal day one, his energy aligns with personal initiative, reinvention, and courage. His birthday, 27, adds a mystical analytical touch, often found in problem solvers and spiritual tacticians. The number 5 thrives in chaos, and if this fight gets scrappy or transitions heavy, Albazi's numerology thrives in the pocket. Path to victory: if Albazi can create scrambles, impose positional dominance, and avoid the control of Taira, he can steal rounds and edge out a decision, or find the neck if the moment opens. His adaptability and poise in transitions will be key. Tatsuro Taira, 16-1. Born on January 27th and fighting out of Okinawa, Japan, Tatsuro Taira stands 5 feet 7 inches with a 70-inch reach, a flyweight sensation known for his smooth grappling, top-tier positional control, and a calm, almost robotic approach inside the octagon. Strengths: impeccable timing and top control on the ground. Very calculated and rarely makes mistakes. Smooth transitions and elite back takes. Mentally unshakable with high composure for his age. Weaknesses: can be slow to start and low on output early. Less proven against powerful or unorthodox fighters. Still developing his striking defense under pressure. Numerology edge: Taira's destiny number is 1, and on this universal day one, the numbers echo like a war drum, aligned, empowered, and focused. Born on the 27th as well, like Albazi, he shares that analytical mastery that signals an old soul fighter, someone spiritually and physically grounded. This could be the night his numerological armor faces true chaos, but his numbers suggest he's prepared to lead the dance, not chase it. Path to victory: Taira must use his timing, keep range early, and look to slowly suffocate Albazi with positional control. If he avoids scrambles and maintains top position, his grappling efficiency and patience will carry him toward another dominant win. Final prediction: numerology meets technique. Both fighters enter this contest with life paths forged in calculation and control, but numerology paints a fascinating contrast. While Albazi's 5 energy thrives in fluid chaos, Taira's 1 destiny lines up with the universal day one, giving him the energetic momentum of a pathfinder, one who steps into the spotlight and seizes destiny. Technically, the margins are razor thin, but Taira's complete low-shoe grid, his one-on-one alignment with the day, give him the edge in a chess match where mental stability and patience will rule. I'm expecting Tatsuro Taira to win via decision. Phenom controls the tempo, minimizes chaos, and stays 1 step ahead in the numbers game. Mateusz Rebecki vs. Duncan. UFC Fight Night lights up with a high-stakes lightweight clash between Poland's power-packed grinder Mateusz Rebecki and Scotland's all-action brawler Duncan. It's pressure versus persistence, grit versus raw fire, and destiny numbers add a whole new layer of intrigue to this war. Small blue diamond Mateusz Rebecki, record 20-2. Born on November 3rd and fighting out of Szczecin, Poland, Mateusz Rebecki stands 5 feet 7 inches with a 66-inch reach, a powerful southpaw grappler known for his pressure-heavy wrestling and vicious ground and pound. Strengths: elite-level wrestling and positional control. Compact frame that makes him difficult to strike cleanly. High fight IQ and grit under fire. Weaknesses: short reach and limited striking range. Can be outpaced in scrambles against dynamic movers. Susceptible to fast entries and lateral footwork. Numerology edge: Rebecki carries a life path number 8, which thrives on power, control, and the pursuit of legacy. On this universal day one, the vibration supports those who take initiative and dominate with authority, not an energetic sink for an 8 fighter. His energy aligns with leadership and strategic pressure, and if he imposes his will early, momentum will be tough to reverse. Path to victory: Rebecki must close the distance fast, force the clinch, and grind Duncan down with relentless wrestling. If he stays tight and keeps it dirty in close quarters, Duncan's movement could be nullified. Chris Duncan record, 13-2. Born on May 10, 1993, and representing Scotland, Chris the Problem, Duncan stands 5 feet 10 inches with a 71-inch reach, a dynamic striker with fast hands and knockout intent in every exchange. Strengths: O long reach and clean boxing combinations. O high finishing rate and counters with precision. Resilient under pressure and keeps improving his grappling. Weaknesses: struggles against chain wrestlers and pressure grapplers. Footwork sometimes lags against cut-the-cage types. Tends to brawl when frustrated. Numerology edge: Duncan walks with a life path number 1, the warrior vibration, bold, fearless, and self-driven. On a universal day 1, the energy is supercharged in his favor. It's a day made for those who act first, speak through performance, and lead from the front. If Duncan can strike early and establish range, this karmic synergy could ignite a performance spike when it matters most. Path to victory: Duncan must circle out, jab off the back foot, and punish Rebecki's entries. If he maintains distance and rhythm, the fight will open up for counters and possibly a late finish. Final prediction: numerology meets technique. This is a classic grappler versus striker chess match, but the universal day 1 plays into both fighters' strengths. 8 wants control and 1 wants initiative. However, Duncan's life path 1 in harmony with the day 1 energy creates a spark of fated aggression that could push him to seize the moment. Rebecki will dominate early if he gets takedowns, but Duncan's timing and reach can flip the tide if he survives the grind. I'm expecting Chris Duncan to win via late TKO or decision. Timing, distance, and numerology momentum are in his favor. Mateusz Rebecki 30%. Chris Duncan 70%. Elves Brener versus Esteban Ribovics. A lightweight showdown between Brazil's gritty finisher Elves Brener and Argentina's knockout artist Esteban Ribovics. It's a South American clash of styles where power meets pace, and on a universal day 1, expect fresh starts, bold statements, and explosive energy. Elves Brener, 16-5. Born on September 27th and fighting out of Manaus, Brazil, Elves Brener stands 5 feet 10 inches with a 72-inch reach, a scrappy, durable pressure fighter who thrives in chaos and never backs down from a war. Strengths: wild durability and toughness. Dangerous submission game. High-volume striker with relentless pressure. Weaknesses: overly hittable due to defensive lapses. Tends to brawl unnecessarily. Struggles against well-rounded, disciplined opponents. Numerology edge: Elves Brener walks into this fight carrying life path 8 energy, a vibration of power, ambition, and authority. On a universal day 1 which favors risk-takers and alpha energy, Brener's fearless fighting style and resilience are cosmically in sync. The 8 path brings intensity and force, ideal for making a statement when the energy of new beginnings meets a fighter who charges forward with purpose. Path to victory: Brener must turn the fight into a brawl. Close the distance, drag Ribovics into a wild exchange, and find either a pressure-based finish or steal rounds through sheer volume and aggression. Esteban Ribovics, 14-2. Born on April 27th and fighting out of Cordoba, Argentina, Esteban Ribovics is a compact and explosive striker, standing 5 feet 10 inches with a 69-inch reach, a textbook knockout artist who blends movement with measured power. Strengths: strong kickboxing with KO power, good footwork and distance control. Explosive hand speed and finishes early. Weaknesses: questionable cardio in longer fights. Can get reckless when chasing a finish. Vulnerable to takedowns and ground control. Numerology edge: Esteban Ribovics carries life path 2, a number of expression, rhythm, and dynamic creativity. While this path brings charisma and flair, it isn't always stable under pressure. On a universal day 1, Ribovics may feel the urge to do something flashy, but against a tough grinder like Brener, overcommitting to highlight real moments could open him up to mistakes. The energy supports risk, but it also demands control. Path to victory: Ribovics needs to stay disciplined, use movement to avoid Brener's pressure, and pick his moments with precise strikes. The longer he stays at range, the more he can dictate the pace and find a KO opportunity. Final prediction: numerology meets technique. Brener's life path 8 aligns strongly with the day 1 vibration, pushing ambition and relentless drive. Ribovics with a life path 3 carries flair and danger but may be lured into a firefight he can't control. Technically, Ribovics has the cleaner striking, but the numbers suggest that Elves Brener's sheer willpower and energy alignment give him the edge on this date. I'm expecting Elves Brener to wins, likely by decision or late submission after a gritty war. Karol Rosa versus Nora Cornolle. UFC Fight Night brings the women's bantamweight division into focus as Brazil's Karol Rosa clashes with France's Nora Cornolle. On a universal day 1, a number of bold beginnings, individuality, and assertion. Only one can stamp her authority and rise in this loaded division. Karol Rosa, 18-7. Born on December 30th and fighting out of Vila Velha, Brazil, Karol Rosa stands 5 feet 5 inches with a 67.5-inch reach, a well-rounded technician who mixes striking volume with solid takedown defense and clinch work. Strengths: high-volume striker with excellent cardio, technically sound in both striking and grappling exchanges, durable and experienced against top competition. Weaknesses: struggles against physically stronger opponents, limited finishing ability, can be overwhelmed by aggressive pressure. Numerology edge: Karol Rosa has a life path number 2, the path of peace, balance, and diplomacy. This makes her naturally composed in chaos and tactically sharp. On a universal day 1, though, her usual measured approach may feel slightly out of rhythm, as the aggressive, bold energy of the day doesn't fully harmonize with her subtle, responsive fighting style. Unless she steps forward with more initiative, the night might favor someone more in tune with raw assertiveness. Path to victory: Rosa needs to stay technical, avoid clinch battles, and use volume striking to score points. If she can keep distance, use lateral movement, and exploit Cornolle's defensive gaps on entries, she can outpoint her over 3 rounds. Nora Cornolle, 9-2. Born on December 6th and fighting out of Paris, France, Nora, the Panther Cornolle, is a fierce striker with an aggressive Muay Thai base. She stands 5 feet 7 inches with a 69-inch reach, a physical, forward-charging fighter with knockout intentions and relentless grit. Strengths: aggressive Muay Thai striker with knockout power, strong clinch game and knees, physically imposing with good reach advantage. Weaknesses: defensive grappling still a work in progress, can be too aggressive, leaving openings. Limited experience at the UFC level. Numerology edge: Nora Cornolle has a life path number 9, a path of intensity, idealism, and inner fire. Number 9 thrives in high-stakes emotional moments, often turning passion into action. On this universal day 1, the energies align beautifully. The assertive, dominant vibrations of the day amplify her natural aggression and will to impose. If she channels it without letting emotion cloud her timing, she becomes the one dictating the pace and tone of this fight. Final prediction: numerology meets technique. Karol Rosa brings the more complete MMA skill set, but her life path 2 energy may struggle under the weight of the bold universal day 1. Nora Cornolle, backed by her 9-path fire and naturally aggressive style, is more aligned with the assertive cosmic energy of the night. If she pressures early and keeps Rosa from settling into rhythm, this could be her breakout moment. I'm expecting Nora Cornolle to win. Alignment of aggression, energy, and timing favors the Panther under Universal 1. Neil Magny versus Elizeu Zaleski dos Santos. Numerology prediction and breakdown crystal ball. On August 2nd, the octagon lights up as veteran welterweights Neil Magny and Elizeu Zaleski dos Santos square off in a stylistic chess match at UFC Fight Night. With years of experience, endurance, and explosive moments behind them, both warriors look to make one more push up the rankings on a universal day 1, a powerful day for fresh starts, independence, and dominant performances. Neil Magny, 29-14. Born on August 3rd and fighting out of Denver, Colorado, Neil, the Haitian sensation, Magny stands 6 feet 3 inches tall with an 80-inch reach, a rangy, intelligent volume striker known for his cardio, clinch control, and ability to grind opponents out over 3 rounds. Strengths: exceptional reach advantage, strong cardio and pace, veteran fight IQ, clinch and cage pressure master. Weaknesses: vulnerable to explosive power punchers, struggles against top-tier grapplers, can get outworked when pressured early. Numerology edge: Neil Magny carries a life path number 9, a vibration of the humanitarian, endurance, and wisdom. In Vedic numerology, 9 resonates with Mars, the fighter, the survivor. On a universal day 1, the energy of new beginnings flows in favor of action-oriented decisions and aggressive outputs. While 1 and 9 don't naturally sync, 9's adaptability and resilience give Magny a long-term advantage if he survives the early storm. Path to victory: Magny must drag the fight deep into the 2nd and 3rd rounds, wear Zaleski down in the clinch, and use his jab and pace to control the tempo. If he avoids big shots early, his cardio could become the difference maker. Elizeu Zaleski dos Santos, 25-9. Born on December 11th and fighting out of Brazil, Zaleski is a 5 feet 11 inches whirlwind of spinning attacks, powerful flurries, and knockout potential. Known as capoeira, he blends traditional martial arts flair with raw aggression and Brazilian heart. Strengths: devastating knockout power, unpredictable striking arsenal, explosive finishes in early rounds, durable and aggressive. Weaknesses: tends to slow down after round 1, struggles with rangy, high-volume fighters, susceptible to being outpointed at range. Numerology edge. Zaleski holds a life path number 2, the number of balance, intuition, and adaptability. While May's second seem passive, it thrives when matched with dynamic energy like this universal day 1. The day empowers him to act decisively, and 2's inner harmony can shine through in moments of chaos, especially if he stays composed during explosive exchanges. Path to victory. Zaleski needs to start fast, push forward with aggressive combinations, and force Magny into brawls early. If he can find a clean connection before cardio becomes a factor, a TKO or knockdown-heavy decision could be his path. Final prediction: numerology meets technique. In this clash of experience versus explosiveness, Magny's life path 9 matches the day through grit and resilience, but Zaleski's life path 2 subtly thrives under the intensity of the universal 1 energy. If Zaleski can capitalize early, his knockout instincts and creative striking may overwhelm Magny before the veteran's rhythm sets in. I'm expecting Elizeu Zaleski dos Santos to win via round 1 TKO, numerology, and fight dynamics point toward an early finish. Danny Silva vs. Kevin Vallejos. Rising contenders look to make their mark as slick striker Danny Silva steps into the octagon to face the aggressive and hungry Kevin Vallejos. On a universal day 1, new beginnings and bold leadership take center stage. Who seizes the moment? Danny Silva, record 10-1. Born on January 30th and fighting out of the United States, Danny Silva stands 5 feet 9 inches with a 71-inch reach. A crisp striker with sharp boxing and solid movement, Silva brings technical precision to the featherweight division. Strengths: accurate combinations and smooth footwork. Good defensive instincts and head movement. Maintains range and uses timing over power. Weaknesses: can be overly patient in high-pressure moments. Ground game still evolving. Numerology edge. Silva's life path number is 3, the number of expression, communication, and creativity. Under the energy of a universal day 1, this could enhance Silva's rhythm and striking flow, allowing him to shine with spontaneous brilliance. His driver number 3 syncs well with the universal day's initiating force, suggesting he could be first to establish momentum if he takes initiative. Path to victory. If Silva stays composed and sharp with his counters, he can outpoint Vallejos by frustrating him early and taking over with clean striking and movement. Kevin Vallejos, record 15-1. Born on December 8th and fighting out of Argentina, Kevin Vallejos is an explosive pressure fighter who overwhelms opponents with volume and grit. Standing 5 feet 8 inches with a 70-inch reach, he's undefeated and surging with confidence. Strengths: relentless forward pressure and cardio. Aggressive in clinch and scrambles. Toughness and finishing instinct. Weaknesses: leaves openings defensively when blitzing. Can be over-aggressive and risk control. Numerology edge. Vallejos' life path number is 5, the adventurer and risk-taker. This number thrives on chaos, change, and unpredictability. On a universal day 1, this explosive combo could fuel a wild start from Kevin. However, the clash of the 5th and the 1st may also create imbalance if he pushes too fast. If channeled, his energy may create fight-ending opportunities. Path to victory. Vallejos must push the pace early, use volume to break Silva's rhythm, and force the fight into the trenches where chaos works in his favor. Final prediction: numerology meets technique. Silva's dynamic life path 3 thrives under the universal day 1 energy, especially when paired with his action-oriented fighting style. Vallejos, while technically sharp, may not match the tempo or aggression needed on a night like this. I'm expecting Danny Silva to win by unanimous decision. Expect a high-paced performance where Silva's rhythm, volume, and relentless pressure steal the show.